So today, I talked to some of the best Hall of Fame players to see what they really think about how comp now versus back then. I didn't get as much as I wanted since a lot of old players aren't around anymore. Most of them moved on or are active on Discord, but I still got some good responses. Hope you enjoy these interviews. Look back at your career, what moment defines your legacy the most?
See, honestly, I think most people know me for like my NEL Sagi, maybe NEL Botcher era, with Shadow Garden and all that.
Yeah.
But personally, I think it's me on King and GCFC, but many of the people in the rankings currently weren't in it at that time, so they don't know about the legacy of King
I
Vaughn.
remember. Alright. You play in today's competitive environment, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the biggest adjustment was that you had to overcome playing to keep competing?
Well, honestly, I feel like my graphics card got broken like a couple months ago, and I used to be like one of the best. I used to be one of the best in one finishers, and now I cannot win to save my fucking life. So, and then you got new rules with like the camouflage on radio and stuff. That big stuff, bro. It's insane.
Yeah, I feel you.
I don't think if they drop like any old gen player into like current BLR, they'd do like horrible because like all the new abilities, like that radio defense, the camouflage. Holy fuck, they would hate that.
Is it that bad?
It is insane.
Alright. Well, we all know you as, top one Axie, but what opponent had pushed you to become a better player, even when you weren't known as top one Axie?
I think I've been known as top one, but I think honestly, Gabes, he's like the one that like rivaled me the most, and like all time, Timmy. Like each time I go versus him, it was always me and him going goal for goal. Whoever scored the most teams would win.
Actually,
it was really close.
I might have got Timmy to do the interview, so this might be a banger video.
Oh, that's a good. If you got Timmy to do it, okay.
Which modern player reminds you of how you used to play back in prime BLR, the King Von days?
Current player?
Yeah.
I really got to look at the board. I mean, honestly, like a couple months ago, I felt like Ismail was like looking like me the most. But I think as of right now, I'd say Sightly. He can hit one a little bit. He's like really good on shot styles.
Damn.
Kind of like me.
Alright. Well, if everything was still the same in NA rankings, Arca's actually maybe not.
Jesus Christ, Arc.
Or just in BLR in general when Krella was still on it, would you still find joy in the game?
I mean, I like the game because like the people, moreover. So I'd say so. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I had said the same thing too. Well, it was only 4 questions, bro. So thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too, bro. Alright. So, when you look back at your career, what moment defines your legacy the most?
I think my biggest moment in my career was winning against Shadow Garden on Linecool 3-2 with SJ in that. SJ played really well. This is back when Kami was on Kaiser before he moved to Japan. Really good player. Respect to Kami. Really, really good team. Linecool was a really good team.
Yeah, I was on there.
Yep.
Alright. If you played in today's competitive environment, what do you think would be the biggest adjustment?
I think the biggest adjustment would actually be adjusting to the new Aiku. And I played a couple times with the new Aiku, but it's definitely new. So I would definitely need to learn all the techs, I guess.
Yeah.
And I also would need to get used to the new rules because I think there's goaltending rules, and back then there weren't because of iframes.
There is?
So there probably is. So yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Which opponent or team pushed you to become a better player, in general?
Okay, so when I was on Strikers United, my hardest opponent was Timmy.
Oh.
Timmy was very hard. Timmy on prime physics was I had to stay force all the time for him, and then I had to goaltend Gabes on Rayo. Yeah, the Timmy fly tech. It was pretty hard to defend. I would have to save force and charge Gabes, and Gabes was also a hard player. So I think Essentials or Shadow Garden would be the hardest team, but the hardest player would be Timmy.
God. Alright, which modern player in NA rankings reminds you of when you used to play in your prime?
I think it would be Raijin because Raijin has really good goaltending in really good goaltending, and when I played, I think I was known most for my goaltending.
You were.
My charges were a bit above average, but I was a really good goaltender.
Alright, the final question
All
is:
right.
everything was still the same in NA rankings or in BLR in general, would you still find joy in the game?
I think I would. When they brought back BLR Legacy, when Messiah brought that up, I really liked playing back with my OG team against like some actually good players. I definitely think I would like BLR, and having Zevils and like KT back maybe would actually bring like joy to the server. But yeah,
Yeah,
Zevils is the best owner.
Zevils is the best. Wait, actually, I'm the best owner. What are we talking about?
You're an owner still? Okay, then Benji,
I
my
lost
bad.
my owner, but
Exactly.
I'm gonna grind for it
The
back
best owner
again.
was Zevils. Hey, the second best owner was me and Benji. You know, we were tied.
Those who know.
Those who know.
When you look back at your old career, what moment defines your legacy the most?
What defines my legacy is the infamous All-Star game. Those who know, had like 15 goals.
Oh, the EU.
Yeah, that really did. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you,
It sucks
Gambob?
we still lost that game because we had no defense. I can't find an answer.
Gambob, you still play comp. Pride, you don't anymore. What do you? Well, for Pride, what do you think would be the biggest adjustment you made, or have to make, to continue playing comp? And you can answer the same question too, Gambob.
Pass me the ball.
You serious?
Yeah.
That's the biggest adjustment, bro.
Yeah, bro, give me the ball, bro.
That's it. Okay.
I guess, bro.
Yeah, I think comp right now is definitely harder than it used to be. Some people don't
Harder.
think it is because like the player base is not like it used to be. It's like people say it's not as compy, but I think it's genuinely harder. There's a lot more
There's more
styles.
skills.
There's a lot. Yeah.
It's just a
there's
lot more styles, a lot of more
Yeah.
variety.
Alright, that
more
makes
text. It's just a lot harder, especially for GK.
Yeah.
Well, for both of you guys, which modern comp player reminds you of like how you used to play? Like has the same spirit and mentality.
Some people think they're me, but like I watch them play and like actually they're nowhere near, but they actually suck. I would never say like they actually like I don't think there's nobody that like plays like me. Maybe a small guard, but like
God.
he tries to do what I do, but he sucks at it.
And what about you, Gambob?
For GK, there's not really any GKs who play like me now, but like Fuddy recently is playing like me. If you didn't know, Pride Fuddy's a GK now.
Electro Fuddy?
Yeah, he's reacting a lot.
In the
Good
femboy?
at aggros.
The femboy?
Yeah.
And I gotta cut that
and
out.
of course,
the video.
Mythic. Mythic's not really new gen, but he's playing a lot like me. He pretty
I
much
can't
played
lie.
the same.
If Balkman was still in comp, I think he would like perfectly fit like what you used to be. The final question: if everything was still the same in any rankings or in Blue Lock Rivals in general, would you still find joy in the game?
No.
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 I would not come back to the game. I'm better off playing. I'm better off just drinking my Pepsi.
Anyways, turn his camera on to show off the Pepsi, bro. Well, that's it for the interview, bro. Thank y'all for joining.
All right. No problem.
Got you, bro.
Gabes, when you look back at your career, what moment defines your legacy the most?
If I had to choose a singular moment to define my legacy the most in BLR, was scoring the game winner in the World Cup final against Shadow Garden in season 3. That moment, like, it just like cemented Essential's like GOAT legacy, making them like the greatest
Yeah.
of all time.
Yeah, I feel you. If you play in today's comp environment, what do you think will be like the biggest adjustment you had to go through?
The biggest adjustment would probably be just like all like the new styles and abilities. Like the game back then like was more simpler and like just like not like as ability carry. Like you still had to have like skill, but now from what I heard, like the game is just like very like style dependent
Yeah.
and all relies on like your style.
Yeah, I feel like that's the problem like right now. Which opponent pushed you to become like a better player, like overall?
It's like it's hard to pick one opponent because I faced like many people in my career. the being like a center forward, right? Like, you have to like score, and scoring is like the main thing.
Yeah.
So I would always like just play against the best goalkeepers, and like I would lab with them, try to
Yeah.
figure out like what shots to shoot in a real game. And I would just train with many of the best goalkeepers, but you're gonna be the only one that can push yourself to become a better player, and nobody else is gonna do that except yourself.
That's actually a good statement for newer players wanting to get into any rankings. A lot of them don't know, and it's good for them, like a Hall of Fame player, to tell them in this conversation.
Yeah.
Which modern player, if you watch any of the streams, reminds you of like your past self in prime any rankings?
To be honest, like I don't really know any modern players, like, cause I have been like out of the competitive scene,
Yeah.
for BLR, but I came back for a little bit just to like play for fun, and I created a team with Christian Dior. The team was called XSG, and we you know, SJ, like he was on the team, and bro, like when I saw him play, like he just carried the whole team, and like just like he's goated. So
Yeah.
I would maybe say SJ.
Yeah, she's in the top leaderboard right now for Wing 2, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Alright.
Yeah, he's good.
Final question is, if everything was still the same in NA rankings or in BLR in general, would you still find joy in the game?
I mean, look, the reason why Accenture retired is because like we lost joy in the game. Like, when you're like forced to play the game, like even if you're the best at it, like you're not gonna enjoy it. And this is like with anything in life. Like if you're forced to do something, like even if you're the best at it, you're just gonna lose the joy that you had in it.
Yeah.
But if everything was still the same as back then, like we could probably still be good, right? We could probably still be the best, but it's just we wouldn't grind because we just lost the love for the game. And us retiring at the peak, like it just shows that it just leaves everyone's memory of Accenture as the greatest team of all time, and that like we just left the legacy in BLR like forever.
Yeah, I feel like I agree with you on that, because Accenture really did leave a legacy. Like, deadass reminds me of One Piece. You know, when Golden Roger died,
Yeah.
he created the pirate era and a bunch of new crews formed. Reminded me of like when Accentuals died, it created a new trilogy for any rankings where Umbra,
Yeah.
Rufor, I can't even name other teams. Like all the comp teams, they just created that, and you're like Accenture's the main
Yeah.
reason why people wanna be greater than like you, Timmy, Ice,
Yeah.
Tremor, Xana. Like that's what I think.
Yeah.
Alright. Thank you so much for having this interview with me.
No problem, bro.
Alright, that's the end of the interviews, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Shout out to my own TikTok down there, the only tomato 7. And thank you guys for watching. This is the Hall of Fame. This is Benji, and we'll see you later, bro.